Alexander the Great was born in 356 BC in Pella, Macedonia, the son of King Philip II. Educated by Aristotle, Alexander developed both intellectual depth and unmatched military ambition. After his father's assassination in 336 BC, Alexander became king at just 20 years old. Within a few years, he launched a massive campaign against the Persian Empire, winning decisive battles at Granicus, Issus, and Gaugamela. He conquered territories stretching from Greece to Egypt and deep into India. Though undefeated in battle, his army eventually refused to march further east. Alexander died in 323 BC at only 32 years old, leaving behind a vast empire that fractured after his death. Despite this, his conquest spread Greek culture across 3 continents, shaping the ancient world for centuries. Cyrus the Great was born around 600 BC in Anshan, in modern-day Iran. He was the founder of the Achaemenid Empire, the first Persian Empire, and is remembered as one of the most enlightened conquerors in history. After overthrowing the Median king around 550 BC, Cyrus unified the Persians and Medes and began a series of conquests that expanded his empire across Asia Minor, Mesopotamia, and Central Asia. In 539 BC, he captured Babylon without major bloodshed, allowing its people religious freedom and restoring displaced communities, including the Jewish exiles. Unlike most ancient rulers, Cyrus governed through tolerance rather than fear, allowing local cultures to maintain their traditions. His policies, recorded in the Cyrus Cylinder, are often considered an early form of human rights. He died in battle around 530 BC, but his empire became the largest the world had ever seen at that time. Augustus was born Gaius Octavius in 63 BC and later became the adopted heir of Julius Caesar. After Caesar's assassination, Augustus navigated years of civil war, forming the Second Triumvirate before ultimately defeating Mark Antony and Cleopatra at the Battle of Actium in 31 BC. In 27 BC, he became Rome's first emperor, marking the end of the Roman Republic. Augustus reformed the military, stabilized the economy, reduced corruption, and expanded Roman infrastructure. His reign initiated the Pax Romana, a long period of peace and prosperity across the empire. Augustus ruled for over 40 years and died in 14 AD, leaving behind a stable system of governance that defined Rome for generations. Constantine the Great was born in 272 AD and rose to power during a time of intense civil war within the Roman Empire. In 312 AD, he defeated his rival Maxentius at the Battle of the Milvian Bridge, reportedly after experiencing a vision associated with Christianity. Constantine later legalized Christianity through the Edict of Milan, ending centuries of persecution. In 324 AD, he became the sole ruler of the Roman Empire and initiated major reforms in administration, military structure, and economy. He founded the city of Constantinople, which became the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire. Constantine died in 337 AD and is remembered as the ruler who transformed Rome and reshaped the religious future of Europe. Napoleon Bonaparte was born in 1769 on the island of Corsica and rose to prominence during the French Revolution. Through military victories in Italy and Egypt, he gained national fame and seized power in 1799. In 1804, he crowned himself Emperor of France. Napoleon reformed French law through the Napoleonic Code, modernized administration, and dominated much of Europe through warfare. However, his disastrous invasion of Russia in 1812 marked the beginning of his downfall. After final defeat at Waterloo in 1815, he was exiled to St. Helena, where he died in 1821. Napoleon's legacy reshaped Europe's borders, legal systems, and military strategy.
My enemies are many, my equals are none.
Alfred the Great was born in 849 AD and became King of Wessex during the height of Viking invasions in England. Early in his reign, he suffered defeats and was forced into hiding, but he later regrouped and defeated the Viking leader Guthrum at the Battle of Edington. Alfred secured peace through treaty and focused on strengthening defenses, building fortified towns, and reorganizing the army and navy. He also promoted education, translating important works into Old English and encouraging literacy. Alfred died in 899 AD, and although he never ruled all of England, his reforms made future unification possible. He remains the only English king known as the Great. Frederick II of Prussia was born in 1712 and endured a harsh upbringing under his strict father. When he became king in 1740, Frederick quickly demonstrated military brilliance by seizing Silesia, transforming Prussia into a major European power. He successfully defended his kingdom during the 7 Years' War against overwhelming enemies. Beyond warfare, Frederick ruled as an enlightened absolutist, promoting religious tolerance, legal reform, and economic development. A patron of philosophy and the arts, he believed a ruler should serve the state. Frederick died in 1786, leaving Prussia as a disciplined and powerful nation that would later unify Germany.